Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History. Today we're going to enjoy a rerun from a previous year. Thank you so much and enjoy. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for December 23rd. December 23rd is the 357th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 8 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is numpty, which means idiot, dolt, or fool, a stupid or ineffectual person, as in confused numpties who have little idea of what they're talking about, or what a complete numpty. The origin of this word appears to be of Scottish origin, perhaps an alteration of numbskull, with the ending remodeled on the pattern of Humpty Dumpty. Numpty seems to have appeared in the lexicon in the 1980s, so fairly new for a word. And with that, we're going to start in the year 1620, when construction of the Plymouth settlement began. 1 week after the Mayflower arrived in Plymouth Harbor, in present-day Massachusetts, construction of the first permanent European settlement in New England began. In 1783, George Washington resigned as commander-in-chief of the Continental Army at the Maryland State House in Annapolis, Maryland. In 1815, the novel Emma by Jane Austen was first published. In 1888, Vincent van Gogh chopped off his ear. On December 23, 1888, Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh, suffering from severe depression, cut off the lower portion of his left ear with a razor while staying in Arles, France. He later documented the event in a painting titled Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear. Today, Van Gogh is regarded as an artistic genius, and his masterpieces sell for record-breaking prices. However, during his lifetime, he was a poster boy for tortured, starving artists and sold only one painting. In 1913, the Federal Reserve Act was signed into law by President Woodrow Wilson, creating the Federal Reserve System. In 1944, the execution of Eddie Slovik was authorized. General Dwight Eisenhower endorsed the finding of a court-martial in the case of Eddie Slovik, who was tried for desertion, and authorized his execution, the first such sentence against a U.S. Army soldier since the Civil War. In 1947, the transistor was first demonstrated at Bell Laboratories. In 1948, Japanese war criminals were hanged in Tokyo. In Tokyo, Japan, Hideki Tojo, former Japanese premier-in-chief of the Kwantung Army, was executed along with 6 other top Japanese leaders for their war crimes during World War II. In 1954, the first successful kidney transplant was performed by J. Hartwell Harrison and Joseph Murray. In 1959, Chuck Berry was arrested on Mann Act charges in St. Louis, Missouri. Back in October, he is being retried. This is the precipitating event. On December 23, 1959, Chuck Berry was arrested in St. Louis, Missouri on charges relating to his transportation of a 14-year-old girl across state lines for allegedly immoral purposes. In 1970, the North Tower of the World Trade Center in Manhattan, New York was topped out at 1,368 feet, that's 417 meters, making it the tallest building in the world at that time. In 2009, Balloon Boy parents were sentenced in Colorado. Richard Heen carried out a hoax in which he told authorities that his 6-year-old son Falcon had floated off in a runaway saucer-shaped helium balloon, and he was sentenced to 90 days in jail in Fort Collins, Colorado. What some people will do for attention. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us today. It's going to be a short one this time. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty, back to work. Okie dokie, Smokey. Let's just rearrange that a little bit. Just read it like it's written. That's not the way I like to tell it anyway. We don't need all those words. Is that right? I'm gonna have to look at that. So many edits. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? She's not a man. This is why I don't do live shows. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include the link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.